Namaste and hi friends, it's Parvati here with Visionary Veda bringing you a very special report today, September 10th, 2020. This report is a dedication to my friends and family that live on the west coast of the United States and that have been devastated by these fires. I've been receiving a lot of messages asking what is going on in the sky and why do I think that these fires have occurred at this time. I've done some research into it and would like to share my findings in this report with you. So let's get started, okay? Those of you who have been following me, you know in my last few videos I talked about this activation of this fire trine that started a few weeks ago. I can't remember the exact date. I think it was August 17th when the first, that was it, August 17th when the first round of fires hit Northern California. Mars went into the Gandanta zone. Just a quick recap, as of right now, we have the planet Mars in its own sign of Aries. Mars stationed retrograde on the 9th of September, so that was yesterday, and began its retrograde motion as of today. But yesterday it was still in the sky, okay? Then we have Sun in its own sign of Leo with the second fire trine. And then we have Jupiter in its own sign of Sagittarius. So that's the third fire trine, okay? On top of the fire trines being activated, we also have the planet Ketu. Now, if you've been following my channel and my reports, you've heard me talk about the Gandanta zone. Gandanta zone is the zone between the water sign and the fire sign. So there's three of them in the zodiac. Ketu is now entered into the Gandanta zone of Mula Nakshatra, all right? On September the 7th. That is when the second wave of fires hit the West Coast, right? So interesting to see how the mundane astrology plays out, especially right now with all these very, very powerful planets. Now, a lot of things that I've seen online these past few days since the fire started has been a lot of fear that the planets are in dangerous positions in the sky. I want to clarify a little bit about that. The planets aren't in dangerous positions. They're in a very strong positions right now. Let's go over the positions they are in the sky, exactly how they are right now, okay? And if you have one of those apps that you can put the thing, your phone up to the sky, you'll see all of these positions, okay? So like I said, we have Mars in its own sign of Aries. We have Rahu in Gemini. We have Sun in Leo. We have Mercury exalted in Gemini in a very strong place. We have Jupiter in its own sign of Sagittarius, about to station direct. We have Saturn in its own sign of Capricorn. And the only, and Ketu in Mula Nakshatra, its own nakshatra, as well as Venus, which is not in its own sign, it's in the sign of the moon. So we have Venus in Cancer, and then we have the moon, which is not in its own sign, but in the sign of Taurus, which is lorded by Venus, right? So we have Moon and Venus in mutual house exchange or sign exchange. So all the planets are really, really in places where they can lend their power, all right? So why then all of this destruction? Why then all of this calamity? Okay, so let's talk about that a little bit. The first round of fires that happened in August happened right when Mars moved from the sign of Pisces into the Gandanta point, that point which activates cataclysms, floods, fires, storms, volcanic eruptions, right? It's a very unstable point in the zodiac, and there's 3 of those points between all fire and water signs. Okay, now Mars, the planet of energy and action, moving into that Gandanta point, caused the first wave of firestorms to be activated. Now, on the 7th is when the second wave of firestorms were activated, and this is when Ketu entered the Gandanta point in Mula Nakshatra. Okay, Ketu in Mula Nakshatra, and on that day, on that exact day, is when the firestorms erupted on the west coast of the United States. Now, I'm going to go a little bit deeper into the significance of Ketu in Mula Nakshatra, all right? Because Ketu is the lord of this nakshatra. It is very powerful, and it is the nakshatra which is exactly over our galactic center, the center of our very own Milky Way. This is astronomically correct, and this is where that nakshatra sits. In Vedic astrology, traditionally that nakshatra has been known to create major calamities. Why? Because on the material level, Ketu is a spiritualizing planet. It is a planet that does not care about the material existence. It is the planet that wants to liberate you from your material bondage. So not only for those of us who are experiencing these fires in the United States, but also for everybody around the world, you should be feeling the effect of this Ketu entering into Mula Nakshatra's Gandanta zone in some way, in that it cuts you off from your material existence in order to elevate you, in order to free you, in order for you to let go and move forward in your spiritual evolution. A lot of times when we are forced to withdraw, we are forced to detach, or things are taken away from us, it requires us to really go into who it is we are, what it is we are made of. It is a symbol of the phoenix rising from the ashes. Why is that? Well, Mula, right? It is tearing you apart. It is pulling up of the roots. And a lot of times in life, we think that what we are doing is the right way. We think that what we're trying to accomplish is what is going to make us successful. It's going to make us secure. It's going to give us a sense of peace. And Ketu is here to say, no, if you want to know what you're made of, let me show you. Ketu is not going to do this unless it is within you to be able to rise and rebuild. Okay, not only right now do we have the 3 fire trines active with Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, and their lords sitting in those signs, okay? It's very positive. But we also have the earth trines active. So we have Venus sitting in Taurus. We have Mercury in Virgo, exalted and lording that sign. And we have Saturn in Capricorn again, in the Lord of its own sign. So we have both the fire trine and the earth trines activated. So what does this mean? It means transformation, letting go, purification of all that's not needed. Even though we think it's what we need, it is clearing the way for rebirth, regeneration to come in. Then with the earth trines being activated at this precise same time, we have the wherewithal to work on establishing a new order, a new structure in our lives. We need to roll up our sleeves and get to work, and we have the energy to be able to put in that work with all the planets sitting so strongly in the earth trines. Okay, we have that ability. So I know that so many people have lost so much in these fires, and these fires are continuing to go as I speak. I'm not trying to trivialize the matter of this devastating loss. I'm not trying to wash it away or explain it away. But because I have had so many inquiries, I would like to go over this in this video for the benefit of you all, okay? I really hope that this helps. Just remember, with Ketu moving through Mula Nakshatra, going through that Gandanta point, all right? It is going from fire, from purification, into the scorpion sting, into the scorpion's tail. Okay, this is when it's really going to hit home. But don't worry, because everything that you've been liberated from, everything that you've been separated from, everything that has been taken away from you and you've been forced to let go of, is clearing the way for you to rebuild yourself all the more stronger, all the more clearer, all the more stable. Okay, trust me, growth, rebirth, regeneration is not always an easy process. It takes pain and letting go to realize what it is that we are made of, to realize what it is that is important in our lives, to restructure, redirect, reestablish ourselves in that which matters, all right? And that doesn't mean that what was happening before didn't matter. It just means that things are operating on a higher level than what our desires and wants are. And we have to humble ourselves, accept what we need to let go of, and know that within ourselves we have the strength, we have the fortitude, we have the wisdom, we have the insight, we have the knowledge, and we have each other. And we have our higher power to guide us into rebuilding something that was better than before. So that, my friends, is my 2 cents. I hope that has given you some encouragement. I also hope that it helps you to understand that the planets are not against us. The planets are there for our evolution. And right now in the sky is such a strong time, with all the planets being in their own signs, that there is a blessing underneath all the upheaval. Those of you who are having children around today or yesterday, any children born around this time are truly blessed people. And we are all truly blessed people. Let us remember that. Let us help each other, and let us not forget that we have what it takes to build a better life for ourselves, even though in the moment it's painful to let go of that which we know. All right. Okay. Thank you so much, friends. I hope this has been helpful. Please like, subscribe, share. And a special offer to those of my friends and family who have been affected by these fires. Please reach out to me if you would like some insight into where it is that you need to go next as far as direction in your life. I am willing to do horoscopes for all of those people that have been affected by the fire for free, or if they'd like a donation, okay? So I hope that is of benefit. Please share this video. If you'd like to get a hold of me, please send me an email on the email below. And until next time, please take care of yourselves, take care of each other. You are divinely guided and protected, okay? Don't forget this. You are an important part of this reality, okay? Enjoy the life, my friends. Take care. All the best and lots of love to everybody out there. Be safe. Thank you. Bye-bye.